Now that we've taken a look at the process for creating personalization and how a system administrator can manage personalizations, let's take a look at the process for clearing personalizations. I'm going to navigate back to the Personnel Management form and click on the Links tab in the Workspace. And then I'm going to reopen up the Workers page, which I customized earlier. Here you can see the LinkedIn and Twitter page fields that I added, along with the employee ID, which I modified from the personnel number and moved it. Let's say I want to remove these personalizations from this form to go back to the default behavior. I can right-click anywhere in the form and select the Personalize option for the field that I've selected. And then I'll need to click Personalize this form again to open up the toolbar. On the far right of the toolbar, there's a Manage button. Here, I can select the Clear, Import, and Export options. If I want to export this so that I can save it for another time or another user, I'll go ahead and click Export. If I want to import that file later on, I would use the Manage button and select Import. I'll go ahead and clear this by selecting the Clear option. I'll close the toolbar, and you can see that I'm receiving the message that I need to close the form in order to reset all of the elements. I can do this by clicking the refresh, or I could close the form and reopen it. We'll go ahead and close the form and reopen it. Now you can see the layout of the form has returned to the default layout and default behavior. Here you can see that the file has been saved for my particular personalization. If I want to import that back in, I'm going to right-click anywhere on the form and select the Personalize option for the field I selected, and then select Personalize this form. I'll click the Manage option and select Import. Now I'll need to browse to the file that I downloaded. They're found in my Downloads folder, and I'll select the HCM Worker Default XML file that was created and click Open. Now you can see I'm receiving a dialog that's processing the XML file that I imported. Again, I'll need to close the form and reopen it to see the changes that I've imported. Now you can see the layout has reverted back to my original layout. If you have many personalizations on lots of different forms, a user can manage those personalizations from their user settings by clicking on the settings icon and then selecting User Options. This will open up a new page, and at the top there's a button here called Usage Data. This will open up a new screen where you can see all of the different form personalization that you have created. Here you can see the form personalizations, and I can select to delete all personalization, delete associated, or all stored data in the personalization. At the bottom of the screen, you can see there's some additional options for storing usage data in personalization and enabling in-place upgrade for usage data. Typically, these parameters are controlled by the system administrator. System administrators have the ability to manage the usage data as well for each user. If you want to reset all of the usage data and not just the personalization, you can use the Reset Usage Data button up at the top of the form and select to do it for a single user or for all users. Administrators can perform this same function by navigating to System Administration and then clicking on Links and then opening up the Users page. When you select a user from the list, on the action pane, you can click on User Options, which will open up the same page. Then you can specify and click the Usage Data button. This will open up a new screen. And here you can see the personalization information, and the same buttons exist that we saw on the previous screen. When you're finished, you can close down the windows.